Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is all about editing. I'm going to show you how I go about editing my moody dark shots. I think the next few days and next few weeks I'm going to focus on that, especially on Instagram. I'm going to post a lot of my moody and dark shots. I'm going to show you how I go about editing them. A lot of people edit them differently from me, but this is like my take and my style on like moody edits. I'll be using Photoshop, but if you use Lightroom, don't worry, it's literally the same thing. When I take a raw photo into Photoshop, it brings up camera raw, which is basically the same thing as Photoshop. So I would love you guys to follow along. If you do follow along, please tag me in any pictures that you post on Instagram or wherever. And please, if you enjoy this, if you like it, please hit that like button. Please share with any photographers and please subscribe. Alright, let's get into this picture. So yes guys, so this is the shot that I'm gonna edit. I literally took it up by the Lloyd's building, literally near London Bridge. So I'm gonna walk through how I would edit this moody. So first things first, and I've already got it on this tab, is the geometry, and I kind of want to straighten it up. From my point of view, it doesn't look 100% straight. So what I always do is I press A, which auto kind of aligns it. For me, that doesn't look too great. So if that happens, then I'll kind of do it myself. I'm gonna undo that, and I'm just gonna rotate it. So I'm gonna rotate it a little bit more. So that looks a bit better for me. As you can see, we have these edges there. So what I do is I press constrain crop, and that kind of gets rid of those. So once that's done, I always go to the optics and I remove the chromatic aberration, and then use profile corrections. What this does, it kind of, well, it corrects the lens that I use. So I use the Sony 16 to 35 lens on this, and it kind of takes the vignetting away. So if I undo it, you can see a bit of vignetting near the top and the bottom around the corners. But yeah, I'm gonna press that. So after that, then I go to the basics tab, which is literally at the top. What I didn't say is that even though I'm editing in Photoshop and Camera Raw, you have the exact same settings in Lightroom. So whenever I take a raw photo into Photoshop, it brings up the Camera Raw, and this is what we get. That's if you've taken the picture as a raw file. So first things first, I'm gonna just literally take you through how I usually edit it. I'm gonna start with probably the white balance. What people generally do is, or what is said to be done is, you click that eyedropper there, and then you find something white, and then it sets the white balance. But I'm going for something a bit more moody, even though already that looks quite cool. It looks alright, but I'm gonna go for something a little bit more moody. So I'm gonna undo that, and I'm gonna take this up a bit. So it's probably gonna look worse before it looks better, but that's with every edit, I guess. So we'll leave it about there. Yeah, that works for me. Exposure, I'll leave that for now. Contrast, I'm gonna take that down to about -30. Go -31. Highlights, I always take my highlights down. I'm actually going to take it all the way down because I want this to be quite moody. And I'm going to bring my shadows up because it does bring the detail out in the shot. So there's my shadows up. I'll take that down a touch. Yeah. Up next to my whites, and take them down because, like I said, I'm going for this moody edit. So let's try -70. My blacks, again, down. So what it does, it just darkens all the dark areas, the blacks. Take that down a bit more. Yeah, -82. As you can see, it looks really dark and moody already, but we're going to add a few more adjustments to it. Texture, I'm going to take it up. We'll leave that there for now. 60. Clarity, we'll go up a bit more. I'm already loving that. And then my dehaze, so it literally takes the haze and the fog away. So if I was to, I'm going to put it up, but I'm going to show you what it looks like down. That's adding that fog, which kind of look kind of futuristic. Doesn't look, depends what kind of edit you're going for, but yeah, what we'll do is we'll take dehaze up. So it's going to dehaze everything, defog everything, in other words. So I'm liking that there. I'm loving the sun, like there was a bit of sunlight coming in there. Let's capture it really, really nicely. I'm going to leave the vibrance for now, and I'm going to take my saturation down. Let's go -20. Yeah. Alright, already, it's looking not too bad. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my curves. And usually what I do, I would put a point here. This is what I do with most of my pictures. I put a point here, and I'll put these dark sides up, which gives a kind of a matte black look. And then I'll put these down, the whites. But for this one, I'm going to leave the whites. I'm going to leave this literally right there. And I'm going to take these up a bit. So it's very matty look, very dark and very, I call it Gotham City vibes. But I'm loving that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the basics, and I'm going to put my exposure up just a little bit, so we can still see it. So we're going to go +70 there. I'm loving that. And literally, so back to the curves, put that up a touch. And that's how I generally edit moody, the curves on a moody shot. Next is detail. I always just put the detail up, the sharpening up, it sharpens it a bit. And then we'll just reduce noise with +20. The color mixer now, this is where a lot of the magic happens, and where I take colors away and I add colors to it. First things first, I'm gonna take the saturation all the way down on the blues. I don't want like the blue, the sky is really blue there. I want to take that all out. I'm gonna take my purples all out. I'm not sure if there's any purple or magentas in this shot, but like I said, as it's a moody look, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna try and, well, I'm gonna cut them all out. Oranges I'm going to put up because I kind of like, there's a lack of orange, few orange colors going through there. It might look nice with the black, but we'll see. Yeah, it's kind of nice. There's a bit of sunlight creeping in, and we're going to put the yellows up as well. Yeah, I'm loving that. So we're going to go to the hue, and then we're going to move that orange down. Yeah, I really love the colors it's bringing out, like literally in this area. The sun was shining there, so it looks really, really nice. Yeah, there's still a bit of blue in there, so just that. Just there. Cool, so I'm literally going to leave the color mixer there. I'm going to leave the camera raw stuff there, and then we'll take it from there. But already you can see a big difference from what it looked like before and what it's looking like now. It's already dark, it's already moody. We're just going to add a bit more to it. So literally how I do it in Photoshop, I go to open, and I open as an object. The reason why I do that is because I can then go back and make changes to it if I need to. Alright, so it's just opened it in camera raw format. What I am going to do is down here, I'd find a new adjustment layer, and we're going to go to selective color. I'm not sure how you can do this in Lightroom, but there is a way to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play with the reds, and I may play with the blacks. So you can see the cyans in the red. That's with it up, that's with it down. I'm going to put it down a bit because I'm loving like the red that it's bringing out on the Lloyd building there. Just in this section here. I'm loving those colors. Just the red, the sun was just shining, and also there, and also there. So we'll play with the magentas a little bit too. That's with them gone. That's with them up. We're going to put them up. Wow. Yeah, I love that red, the red streak, but not too much. Yeah, yellows, that's with them completely gone. It's turned everything purple or magenta. But we'll bring that up a bit just for that sunlight. Then the blacks. So this is all the reds within the black. Yeah, we'll push that up. So already, I'm just loving that darker moody vibe it's brought out. Really, really something nice. Next thing we're going to do it again. We're going to go selective color. And we're going to look at the blacks. We're going to test it out. And I need to charge up my Mac. Alright. Pause here for 1 second. Let me get my charger. So yes guys, we are back and we are charging up. So back to selective color, and I have my blacks here. That's returning the blacks up. It's quite nice. It's giving it that bit more of a dark vibe too. That's with it back to 0. And that's with it up. It looks very comic and cartoon like. And that's with the blacks down. I'm just going to push the blacks up a tiny bit. That's with the yellows up. So that's the yellows within the blacks. Magentas are very like cartoony, very comic-y. But it's really nice. I really like it actually. And that's with the cyans up. It makes it super red. But we'll probably just, I'm going to leave that there. So literally that's my selected color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to group these together. And literally I put them in a group. So I'll name that SL for selective color. So literally that's without, and that's with. It's very rich. What I am going to do is I'm going to take the overall opacity down so it's not too much. Yeah, quite like that. Alright, I'm going to open up another curves adjustment layer, and I'm literally going to just push that up a tad. It's pretty much like what I did before. I'm just adding to it. And literally, that's how I would edit this moody shot. What you can do, if you want it really moody, is just bring that down. It just makes it a bit darker. And there we have it. Again, what I always do is I group all these layers together. I do that by pressing Command, Control, Shift, and E. Sorry, let me do that again. It's Command, Option, Shift, and E. And literally what it does, it puts all those groups into one, it puts all the layers into one. So what I can do then is sharpen it up. And how I do that is going to Filter, Other, High Pass. I always set it to 3. So 3 pixels. And then I change the opacity layer to soft light. And literally that sharpens up the image. So for example, if we're looking here, it's quite noisy, but that's without the sharpen. That's with what again I can do is take that opacity down. Yeah, and that's literally how I edit my moody shots, daytime shots. What I do is I'll show you the before. Here's the before, and here's the after. So yeah. So guys, let me know what you think. If you use this method, if you do, tag me on Instagram. Show me your edited pictures, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, peace.